Welcome back, everybody. This Week in America, website thisweekinamerica.us. Great to have you with us on the program today. We're going to be talking about our neighbor continent, South America. Many are discovering the wonders of that continent. You'll find affordability, access for major U.S. cities, diversity of destinations, from cosmopolitan cities like Rio and Buenos Aires to the Galapagos Islands to glaciers, the world's driest desert. Back with us on the program, Juergen Keller is an economist, travel expert, who was born in Germany, studied in Spain, Portugal, and Brazil. His desire to share his love of travel inspired him to found SouthAmerica.travel in 1999. And Juergen is back with us on This Week in America. Juergen, welcome to the program. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you, Rick. It's so great to be back talking to you.
It is always a pleasure to have you on the program. And the last time you were here, we talked about the Olympics coming up in Brazil in 2016. That sounded so far away, and now we're just
so far away. And now we're just around the corner, and everybody's getting nervous. And actually, we had somebody from the International Olympic Committee down in Brazil. He said, "Well, actually, everything is delayed, but not by as much as we feared, and not by as much as other cities have been delayed at that point in time." So everybody is quite optimistic. The city looks like a mess in some parts, and looks beautiful already in other parts. And Brazilians are surviving well. Cariocas, as the inhabitants of Rio are called, are a little bit nervous, but they're looking forward to it and are excited.
Should we be making plans now?
For the Olympics, yes, you should at least come to the conclusion whether you want to go or whether you don't want to go, because 11 months out, you can get the flights. And flights will up fast. Hotels will not fill up so fast, but the flights will up fast. And especially, we recommend always to book your flights as soon as possible. Nowadays, the best seats in front of the plane or even in front of economy, they're always given to somebody who has these high statuses. So good seats are not really available anymore on most planes. And you book early, then you can still get at least a good seat, because it is 10 hours flight from Miami. So get on the roll early and get your flight. And the hotels, right now, they're all blocked by the International Olympic Committee for their people. But experience has shown that, like in London, half of the hotels were empty by the time the Olympics actually started. And we talked to the hotels, and we actually have gotten space in some hotels where we can allocate our guests. However, these hotels, anxious to fill up the hotels, they want to have full prepayment of the room. Otherwise, they would not accept the reservation. And this is just as it was in every other city that hosted the Olympics.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure that's standard procedure for dealing with these people. There's so much to plan if you're thinking about going to the Olympics in Brazil next year. The place to do it is it's an award-winning website, A+ rating by the BBB. It's SouthAmerica.travel. Very, very simple to remember. It's an excellent website, all the information there. With us is the founder and CEO, Juergen Keller, and again, the website is SouthAmerica.travel. Go to our website, thisweekinamerica.us, and you can link on directly. And I know something you talked about, if people are concerned about, I'm going to Brazil, I don't know how I'm going to be greeted there. You've said before, these are very friendly and welcoming people. They really want to show you their town, don't they?
Yes, and we have seen this not during the World Cup, which is a much bigger event for Brazil, because Brazilians are soccer crazy. And Brazil has greeted the world with open hearts and minds. It was amazing. It was really good World Cup. Everybody traveling home after the World Cup was excited, was really heartwarming. And even so that the Brazilians didn't win the championship, actually had a little bit of a bad luck at the end. But Brazilians still stayed positive and welcomed everybody. And I'm German, and Brazil lost against Germany 7-1. Bad, really bad.
I remember that.
But we were welcomed by our Brazilian friends and by other Brazilians with their open hearts. Anyway, it was just a good feeling. and no chaos. Everybody said, well, this is actually much better than what we expected. And it was. I mean, in the end, Brazilians have the experience with big events like soccer games, where they have regularly 80,000 people in a stadium. This is nothing new to Brazil. And of course, Brazil wanted to shine with all the foreign visitors, and Brazil did shine. I mean, Rio especially, they had all the plans already for the Olympic Games. So they were ahead in infrastructure building. They were ahead in cleaning up some beaches that were previously not as nice as they now are. Yeah, Brazilians are just by nature friendly people. And even if you don't speak Portuguese, which you probably don't, Brazilians find a way to communicate with you. And if it's only when the waiter touches your back warm-heartedly and welcomes you as a friend. I mean, Brazilians really embrace people. They give you hugs. And a waiter who has had you over a dinner of 2 hours, 3 courses in one of the middle-class hotels or one of the middle-class restaurants, they become your friends after 2 hours. Sitting there at their table, because that's their table, they have their 4 or 5 tables in the restaurant, and everybody there is their guest.
So you've got a pen pal for life, a friend for life after you finish your dining experience there. And
yeah, you come back the next time and they greet you.
Yeah, and you're looking for them when you come back. A couple minutes left in the program. The time goes by so quickly when Juergen is on with us. And if you're thinking about going to the Olympics, I'm sure you would recommend while you're there are so many things to do. And I wasn't aware of it until we started talking about this, that Brazil as a country is larger than the continental United States. There are so many things to do there. And I'm sure if you go to SouthAmerica.travel, you can put together a trip to the Olympics and incorporate other things. You've got the Amazon rainforest there.
Oh,
You've got plenty of beaches. So it'd be a shame just to go in, catch the Olympics, and come back home. You really should do something else while you're there, shouldn't you?
Yeah, especially call us, talk to us. We are not just a website where people go and pick stuff and put them together as they want. No, we want to talk to you and hear what you like. What is your usual travel experience? More adventurous, more laid back, more beach, more 5-star hotel. And then we put together an itinerary according to what you told us about your preferences. And I just come back last week. I was on a cruise in the Amazon, Tucano. A small boat, 9 cabins, 18 people maximum, going up the Rio Negro in the Amazon rainforest. And this was, for me, the greatest experience of Brazilian nature I've ever experienced. And I have been living in Brazil for quite some years. But this was overwhelming. A nice little crew, making excellent food, and then this boat going up along little canals in the Rio Negro, would stop at every bird's nest for photographs. And this is something that I really can recommend for everybody because it is sort of a kind of a luxury light. It is adventure light. It is basically what people expect from Brazil, a civilized experience of nature.
You know, it's interesting because you can find all of that information, not just on Brazil, but every place, every country in South America. A lot of great information there. Again, you can pick up the phone. You can talk to the people, a very diverse group of travel experts. You can get information from the website, an award-winning website. It's SouthAmerica.travel. Some excellent videos on there. So if you're making plans for the Olympics or making plans for a vacation, consider South America. The website is SouthAmerica.travel. Juergen Keller is the founder and CEO. It's always a pleasure to have you on the program. We'll have you back in a couple months when it's going to be spring down there, and we're all here thinking about we need to find someplace nice and warm to go. We'll have you back and we can talk about that. Juergen, always a pleasure. Thank you for being with us on the program.
Thank you so much, Rick. And I already have some places in mind to recommend you for springtime in South America.
Jot those down in a couple months. We'll be back and we'll talk about that. So when it gets to be fall and winter here, we can go celebrate with sunshine and warmth in South America. Juergen Keller, our guest on the program. His website, very simple, SouthAmerica.travel. And, of course, information by linking on to our website, thisweekinamerica.us.